Yeah, it's actually the first time here at the DSS conference, but I've been to Riga before, so enjoying coming back and learn something new as well as to meet old friends and make new ones.
So when you've been to Riga before, what are your recommendations for visitors coming here?
Riga is a special city. If you compare it to Western Europe, where you have a different vibe out here. You have a lot of you have way more young people doing something. There is a different energy here. So what I recommend is you learn the culture by having local food, for example. So do that. There are many options for sightseeing as well. I had a great tour of this library yesterday evening and learned a lot. So that's definitely worth a visit. But there are also museums, and Hanse has been here, so you can visit that house. And there's a lot to do here, yeah. And the seaside is obviously very beautiful as well. Almost forgot to mention, yeah.
So and what's the vibe at the conference here? What are the topics that are most interesting and the sessions you attended or the topics you're interested in most?
Yeah, so I've learned about the latest in data breaches. The theme of the conference is the European Union and the upcoming GDPR legislation or regulation. And it's interesting to get the feedback. Where are the companies? Who really will be ready within the next couple of months and to be fully compliant by the end of May? And from what I can see, it's not really too many, whereas the regulators are already quite well prepared to look into where to do the audits and preparing their reports, and so those are the main themes I've seen here so far. But we are halfway through the day, so there are a lot of sessions coming up later today. So I'm looking forward to the social engineering session. I picked that one out, and the human factor has traditionally been like the weakest link when it comes to data protection, and technology can only do so much. You have to raise the bar, you have to apply common sense, but you still deal with human errors or criminal energy, and the whole size of the cyber crime industry is just tremendously growing, and so the value of the data is growing. The data itself is doubling once a year. So the threats to sensitive data are becoming bigger and bigger. And addressing the awareness through awareness campaigns, the human factor, as well as through intelligent technology, lowering the risk to data exposure and data leakage there are several vectors how to address that threat to sensitive data. Obviously, I'm with a vendor taking care of the technical side, but understanding what's happening on the human side is just as much important.
So one last question. Whom of your friends would you recommend this conference to go to next time?
I've been in the security industry for the last 17 years, and I have quite a big network there. And the topics Andres is choosing here are always like the latest and most innovative ones. So it's pretty much an interesting place, a good time to be for anyone in my personal network. I really don't have anyone specific which comes immediately like to the top of my mind.